Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hey, look at the day today compared to like it was yesterday when that last video when the snow was hitting here. But today's the next day, matter of fact. 50 degrees over the high, a little breezy, a little cool. I got my jackets on. Good news is we got our water turned on. So we have water. So just a few highlights from our meeting yesterday. See what's going to happen this year on the camp host side. As remember, as a camp host, all comments and views are my own thoughts and not based on the company. You got to say that. Anyway, it's going to be an interesting season this year because things have changed a little bit. Some of them are good, some of them are like different. But first of all, for the camp host side, I'm getting less hours. I'm getting more money per hour, and I get 2 days off a week now instead of one. So I guess that has its benefits. I'm not going anywhere. I only go 1 day a week leave, but we'll be here. But camp host is scheduled for 2 days off this year, which is something different we never had the last two seasons I've been here. So now we have 2 days off and getting paid more per hour, but getting less hours. So it'll balance out. So the only other thing I'm thinking about here is going to be an issue, not too much an issue, but it's more of a concern is in the campground, my campground especially, is Forest Service has changed some of the rulings. And so I used to have 5 reservation sites out of 22. I got 22 sites, 5 were reservation sites. This year, 15 reservation sites now. 4 walk-in tent sites and 3 drive-in first come first serve sites. 2 are doubles, 1 single. So that's going to limit my traffic coming off the road and finding a first come first serve, because I only have 3 now that will be open. Before I had like 12. So somewhere. Now it's going to be different. And what's really going to affect it is the people who have come up here every year for the last 20 years. I've got several that come up in July. That come up, they get a first come first serve spot and stay for 10 days. Now they can't do it because they're reservation sites. So the spots they would take may be open for a day or 2 for first come first serve, but then they have somebody reserved them for 2 or 3 days. So anyway, that's the change of the times, I guess. And one of the campgrounds here is now totally all reservation and no more first come first serve. So we'll see what happens. It's just a change, and things will adjust, which is going to be easier on me too, because now that you have reservations, it's going to be easier to keep track of everybody, because they're on a piece of paper and I can mark all their sites and not collect money because they're already paid for it. So we'll see what happens. But right now we're going to go through, and since the weather is decent, no clouds in the sky, whoop, over there they are, and start putting up our signage, put up our wood cage, get the water air out of it, get the air going and the water going, and get ready to open up in a few days. And then we're ready for the season. See how this new reservation system works. Still no Starlink, that's on its way. No golf cart, that's supposed to be on its way. So today we'll be using the old bike and trailer. So let's get busy and start putting up some stuff. Got to go down here and start putting up our signage. You can see all we have now is just posts. So we'll have signs on those things by the end of the day. And they're locked up in the bathroom because I don't have a storage room. So off season, locked in the bathroom. And that's where my wood cage is at too, so I've got to take it out too. And I'll have to do some work here because these 3 sites back here, one of them is now a reservation site. And they have changed the numbers. So I'll have to go through and change all the numbers, put up signage, put up reservation tags, and a few other things. It's going to be a little more work on this area here, which they have not come in this year to remodel this. This was supposed to be done 2 years ago, and we're still waiting. See what happens. But I got to put some signs up here for the day use area and get in there to get all my stuff out. I worked your way down here, finally using the bike cart for what Zen said it's supposed to be used for. Hauling stuff in, not a dog, but we're gonna put shovels and rakes and buckets and things in there. There's a dog. All my stuff's in the storeroom, which is good. I don't see any water, which is good. It means it's not leaking yet. We're gonna take those signs. Some of them have to go across the road. Yeah, they gotta go across the road, but I won't do that until I get a golf cart because they're too heavy to carry. And put some of those signs up here. And then some of them just scattered around the park. So let's get busy. There we have the sign up and the bike and the trailer. We're getting there. Trailer is full of other signs to go up around by the entrance. So let's get up there and get those on. Here we are, using it what it's designed for. Right here. Zen's back of the bus. He didn't want to come down, but we're down here getting ready to clean this campsite up. Got my buckets, got my shovels, got my broom, got my little saw. I'll show you what I'm doing here. This is one of the few that people use over the winter time. There's 2 or 3. I think I have 4 total that have been used. Leftover wood, fire pit's got stuff in it. So I'm going to cut up what I can now that I have my little saw and leave it here for people to use. But this looked totally different when I got here, and like, wow, what's so different? Well, all the bushes here haven't grown up, all the grass and stuff. So it looked totally different. And then I saw this wood and I'm like, that's really different. So let's clean this one up. Yeah, I'm just going to clean this one out a bit. That way it's ready for people to use. These sticks are really green, so I'm not going to leave them here. They won't burn anyway. Somebody use them for poker sticks. That way we'll have a clean camp ring. And then we'll go from there. There you go. It didn't take much. I got a couple on the upper loop that I got more than this one in it, so we'll clean them up too. That thing pick up all the little branches. Oh, what I'll do is I'll take my little saw, I'll cut these things up and I'll leave them here because we can leave them according to my boss now. As long as they're manageable pieces, believe it or not, somebody would try to burn these things. And I'm just going to cut it. This is what I would have done at my campground. I would have taken this up there in the golf cart, cut it down and burned it myself, but now I can leave it for people to use. It's pretty dry. I'll leave a nice little pile over there. But yeah, they would have stuck this whole thing in there, burned it piece by piece. Believe me, I know they would have. So we're gonna cut up little stuff. And just like that, we'll make a little pile out of it. Well, this little saw worked really good so far. The CC saw, I've got to tighten at the blade, but other than that, fresh batteries kept pretty good. Now I'll come around through and sweep all this up, and they've got a pre-start for a fire. And we're back. We're heading up to the upper loop. Zen's already up in his snow spot up there, so I came back to get the saw. Forgot to get the saw. Got a couple campsites that has some extra wood in them, so I got to go cut them out. So let's get across the road and get to work. that's going to be more work. I got shoveling, raking, sweeping, and different things up there. All that mud and gravel everywhere. So let's get over there. Well, there's Zen. Did you enjoy your snow pile? It's about gone, isn't it? We got a few more days and it is gone. So let's see. Where's it at? Back here, isn't it? This is the one that actually lasts the longest because it has the most shade on it. So that is it. It is just about gone, and Zen's going to cherish the moments. He's happy there, and I can go do some work. There's the saw, there's the cart, and the Huffsco bike. That has been wonderful to get around here without a golf cart so far, but it's great. There's my signs are up, ready to go. I've got to start on number 22 and work my way around the block. And here's another one we got to go through and clean out the fire pit because somebody's used this as a winter campsite. I don't know if it's legal or not, but they do it. Didn't bother anything really besides just make a bunch of trash. There's a lot of coals in here. They had a good fire. We'll dump all this out, put it in the dumpster, and get it ready for the next campers that actually come in and camp here legally. Now they had a good fire. They burned a lot of wood in this one, which is kind of, well, I guess it's not really strange because the highway's right here. But the highway wasn't open most of the winter, so maybe they had to come back on snowmobiles or horses or something, or ATVs or some way, but because the highway was closed and locked up until they got snowplows in here. Looks like I'm going to need another bucket. Let me get another bucket, bud. Get another bucket. Yeah, and this dog cart has been really handy since I don't have a golf cart because I would have to wait or carry all this stuff manually around. They burned a lot of wood. All right, let's get this. Kind of the Forest Service rules is about 9 inches from the top is where the bottom should start at. And this is all full of gravel up to that point. And then when I get my blower, I'll come up and blow all the stuff off and clean it out. We'll be ready to go open in a few days. There we go. That looks better. Now we can start cutting up that wood that's behind. Yeah, once again, you've already seen me cut the wood up. So, but anyway, this little saw is already paid for itself around here. Cut up all this dead wood and I'll pile it up on the side so other campers will have a little firewood to start with. There we go, just like that. We'll get them cut up. Got to have it just about the right size to fit into the fire pit because you don't want it hanging over the fire pit. That's just rules of the etiquette of the forest. Cut this one off here. There we go. Well, we'll continue on and get that one done and clean it to the next one. And this is one of the beautiful sites in the upper loop. It's got a great view of the lake. Just needs a few more trees around it for a little more privacy from the road. But nice view of everything. And I did notice I'm going to have to do a little bit of painting. Starting to come through already, so I can handle that. I'm good at painting stuff. and getting trees going. For some reason, now this is the second one. I'm going to show you these guys this. Somebody has come in here, cut the top of the tree out. There's one and another loop on the other side. They cut the top of the tree off. I don't know why. They can't really burn them because they're not dead, they're alive. I don't know. Why do people cut the top of the trees off? Like, take that tree there. Why? I don't know. I don't understand. Just don't understand. It wasn't blocking their view. I mean, the reason why the trees are here are going to be blocking the view like this. But anyway, let's get on to the next campsite. And here's one side I really got to work on this is my second season, because it's all red mud. So what happens? Yep, all that water runs down off of there, all the mud runs down into the campground, and all comes across the campsite and then down the hill towards the lake. But this campsite just fills up with mud, and I think they could have done a little bit different when they built it in, like put some kind of drainage. They put these straw berms to keep the water and mud from getting in, but it overflows. There's two of them on the road. They're so deep. So much mud has come down, it's already covered up two of those things. So every time it rains, I've got to come up here and scoop off the mud. So I came today and I've built a drainage ditch to help a little bit of the water, not a big rush, but a small amount will help drain back that way. And then once again, across the road, down the hill, and mud everywhere. But I'm not the engineer. I'm not the one designed it, but I think it could have been done a little bit different, especially when you have a hillside full of red dirt. It's only natural it's going to come down. They did put these rocks in here, but these rocks have already been covered up over the 1 year. They've already filled in. So it tells you how much dirt's coming down this thing. But what they should have done, in my opinion, a little bit, is to come up above there and put a drainage berm and got around. That way the water coming down the hill would hit that and drain off. But once again, I just here working. So let's get on to the next one. We've already got 3. I've got about 7 more to go. Some more views of the campground. This is pretty clean. This is a walk-in tent site. But here's the other tree I was talking about. Once again, cut the top of it off. But neither one of these fire pits have had anything burned in them. So I don't know why they would cut the top of a tree off. A lot of aspen trees over here. Another good view of the lake, even with the trees. And Zen is waiting patiently, aren't you, bud? He goes like, Dad, get me back to the bus. I want to take a nap under the bus. He hadn't been able to sleep here. Got my cart going. Came up here and I cleaned up a bunch of mud that comes in again off of this one. There's about 4 inches of mud across there. Got the rocks and gravel cleaned up over here somewhat until I get my blower, then I'll come up and actually blow the small stuff out. But all the rocks and gravel come from there. Once again, from that upper hillside, goes downhill. So let's get down to the next one and clean up that mess, because I know there's a carcass down there. Yuck. All right, with that, I am done pretty much getting this upper loop ready to go. Zen's over here. Don't you like those tables? Got a little bit of a bow to them. Yep, the wood didn't quite treat you well when they put it in and it bows, but I think they've got a remedy. They're going to replace some of them, because you can put your food on there and it rolls off the other end. Oh, it's even worse on that one. I only got 2 or 3 tables up here that have this much of a curve. Everything else is pretty flat. But with that, we'll say thanks for watching. We're going to go back to the bus. Zen can go underneath. I'm going to grab some lunch, and then I'm going to work on my next plan of attack. So thanks everybody for watching. See you on around the campground.